Welcome back. This Sunday, President Clinton will testify on videotape in the first Whitewater case to come to trial. The judge in the case has ordered the president's videotape testimony kept under seal for now. After consulting with attorneys, the judge will decide on what to do with those tapes. The prosecutor who was heading the Whitewater investigation is under fire these days. Two Democratic senators are asking the judges who appointed Kenneth Starr to remove Mr. Starr from the case. They charge conflict of interest. ABC's Nuna Totenberg has the background.
Even among those with high regard for his integrity, there were questions about Starr's appointment from the start. Item 1, Paula Jones. Just weeks before being named independent counsel, Starr had worked on a brief in support of Jones and her sexual harassment lawsuit against President Clinton. Item 2, the appointment. Starr was named after a meeting between David Santel, the chief judge of the court that appointed him, and two of President Clinton's harshest critics, Senators Jesse Helms and Locke Faircloth of North Carolina. A few months after Starr's appointment as special prosecutor, Judge Santel's wife got a job in Senator Faircloth's office.
Good morning.
Despite the initial flurry of criticism, Kenneth Starr's early performance on the job reassured his critics and the White House. That feeling was shattered when the prosecutor called First Lady Hillary Clinton before the grand jury amid suggestions that she might be guilty of obstructing justice. Kenneth Starr found himself in the spotlight again as his critics went on the attack. Starr had remained an active partner in his law firm while investigating the President of the United States and earning close to $1 million a year from private clients. And some clients, like tobacco giant Brown and Williamson, are in a pitched battle with the Clinton administration, raising questions of conflict of interest. Just as Whitewater started out as a question of appearances, so too are the questions about Kenneth Starr a matter of appearances. This is Nuna Totenberg in Washington.
Hollywood turned a little bit country last night for the 31st Annual Academy of Country Music Awards. The duo Brooks and Dunn were named Entertainers of the Year. Other winners included the Mavericks. They took home the Country Music Best Group Award for the second consecutive year. And Canada's Shania Twain continued her winning ways, taking home 2 trophies for Best New Female Singer and Best Album as well. More news coming up.
Clarification here that $50 million at auction for the Duchess of Windsor was for all of her. Romaine's the winner over iceberg lettuce, 6 times more vitamin C, 8 times more beta-carotene.
Okay. The nuclear disaster at Chernobyl happened 10 years ago tomorrow. A new study finds genetic changes in people living near the scene. ABC's Ned Potter reports animals in the area now are also showing dramatic changes.
Never in the history of the atom had there been an accident quite like this one. Up to 200 times as much radiation as Hiroshima. Today, the land around Chernobyl is considered a dead zone. And yet, when Ron Chesser came with his research team, he was surprised to find the dead zone was as rich as any wildlife preserve.
This area is deceptively normal. Until you turn on the Geiger counter and spoil the mood, you really are struck by the beauty of this area.
The real surprise came when the scientists collected field mice of a species that had stayed in the area despite the accident. They were apparently thriving despite massive radioactivity found in their bodies in the lab.
The first time we showed these results to other people, they simply said we'd made a mistake.
But they hadn't, and here's their theory why the mice appear healthy. Deep in every cell of the mice, the DNA molecules, or genetic blueprints, are constantly being broken down by the radioactivity all around them. Instead of dying, the animals are adapting. Their genes are mutating massively. The mice don't look any different, but in effect, they are evolving more than 1,000 times as fast as they normally would.
What's surprising is that we see as much evolution in the last 9 years as has occurred under natural conditions outside of the zone over the last 8 million years.
Researchers say they learned that faced with some of the worst pollution on Earth, life did not stop. It changed at the most basic genetic level and went on. Ned Potter, ABC News.
Coming up on Good Morning America, attorney Leslie Abramson. That and a lot more. I'm Mark Mullen. Have a terrific Thursday, everyone.
This is ABC.